It's just on the case. I'm always on the case. Today I wanted to start off talking about Aniah Blanchard. The reason why is because you've got psychic, intuitive people talking about her, trying to give updates on her. You know, you got people praying for her safe return. You have the police investigated the vehicle and they're saying that she's suffering life-threatening injuries. And if she's not dead, if she doesn't get the proper attention from or medical attention, she could possibly die. One of my subscribers, and she knows who she is, she basically told me to go to Ariana's page and take a look. And I'm the type of person, I like psychic stuff, guys. Don't judge me. I do. And I just like to hear what each and every one of them have to say. And what I mean by that is, like, all of them have different approaches on the situation, a different approach, and they give their own intuitive review about how they feel the person is reaching out to them. And I feel like that's pretty cool, so I listen. I also take in what the police say, what the news says, what other people find, what I find, and I just like put it together. As far as the person that is in jail right now, that is supposed to be connected to her, the person that they say kidnapped her, there is actually a witness on that, and I know you guys already know this, but I came to tell y'all how I feel about this case. And I'm going to go back to the beginning and I'm going to tell how I feel. How I feel is that she was at the store, and I do feel like the mother feels. I feel like this was planned. I don't feel like this was random, y'all. I'm sorry. When you put things together and the car is messed up and stuff, you just think about it like, okay, this girl's at this store. And it's probably a store she probably went to all the time. Somebody might have been watching her. You know, she might not have been there all the time, but they might have been watching her and following her. You never know about people. You cannot rule out that it wasn't random. So I believe that, yes, this was not random. And this person finally got the opportunity to grab her and put her into her, to do what he wanted to and grab her and put her in her own car and pull off. And I think he was excited, like, yes, I finally got her. And that's how the car got wrecked. I also believe, and this is my opinion, I believe that she was in that car fighting for her freaking life, y'all. I believe she was fighting him. I believe she sat there for a moment, and I believe she realized, like, oh my God, I'm being kidnapped in my own vehicle. And I believe she thought, and then she just reacted. And that's how he wrecked the car. I honestly believe that. If you think about it, it's a rational way to look at things. I believe she might have jerked that wheel. She might have did something and almost might have did something to him. And life-threatening injuries, I honestly don't know if they came from him doing something to her, or they came from both him doing something to her and her being in the wrecked car. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand, like, he was in there trying to fight her and stuff, trying to get her to stay in there, and she was probably fighting back, and he might have just knocked her in the head with something, you know what I'm saying? Or he might have, I'm thinking, y'all, I'm just saying, I think he might have had a gun and hit her with it. I really think that he did something like that. I'm just being honest and giving my opinion. This is my opinion and my opinion only. When the police and the medical engineers or whoever they are can come out and say this person is suffering from a life-threatening, thing, it gets you to thinking like, okay, how do they know that? Like, really, honestly, how would they know that? And it's very, very cool that they can find that out. But the uncool part is, can y'all find her before this happens? Like, before she dies? Because I'm pretty sure these people did not take her to the doctor to receive help for her injuries because they were afraid that she was going to tell. They weren't afraid. They knew she was going to tell. So they did not try to get her no help. Or else we would have been found out, okay, she's in the hospital, guys. She's doing fine. You got to understand, some people know a little bit more about... I'm sorry, y'all. My eye messing up. Oh, God. Not this one. Y'all have to understand, some people know a little bit more about the law. They can look dumb as a bird, but they know a lot about the law, and that's what y'all have to understand. And I believe that this man, and this is my opinion, this man knew that this girl had some life-threatening injuries. And I'm just saying what he might have did. He might have let her suffer those life-threatening injuries. That's why the police don't have a real tip. Because the parents are saying that they have information that they cannot share. But my problem is, if it was some information to help get her, she would have been got. She would have been got. They would have been got her. So for the mother to cry, and me being a mother, I understand. She is fed up. She wants to know what's going on. Where's her daughter? And why are they not knocking this man in the eye in that jail? He need to get punched in his other eye, because we want to know where she is and what you did. Like, they already know that you were on tape kidnapping her. So what can you possibly lie about right now? Besides being a citizen and actually telling where you put her, where she is. You know what I'm saying? If she's still alive, is she tied up somewhere, you need to let the parents know. But I'm getting lashed at because I said I think she's dead. So somebody's going to get on my stuff, and please don't say that, because the parents are watching and we're trying to give them hope. You don't think that I want to give them hope? Well, the police just made it even more that hard by saying she's suffering from life-threatening injuries. Do you know what life-threatening injuries mean? It means if that person doesn't receive the attention that they need for those injuries, they're going to die. And if they're life-threatening, you don't have long to get them fixed. And some of these YouTubers, they be pissing me off because they got so much mouth. And they don't really care about these people. They just doing a story. You see them with the news channel up and showing the news. Like, we can't watch the news. What about how you feel about this girl? This girl is missing. I'm up here strictly for this girl. I don't care about what nobody else think about what I'm saying. They said she's suffering from life-threatening injuries. So I'm not the type of person to go back and forth continuously with a YouTuber. I normally have to tell them to leave me alone. Like, just leave me alone, and if you don't like my content, you don't like what I said, okay, bye. I'm not up here for likes. I'm up here because I care about people in general. I'm a Pisces. Go look up a Pisces and you'll understand. I'm very intuitive and I'm not a psychic. But I can put a bunch of stuff together and I can understand things just by being quiet, not running my mouth to other people because they have a different opinion than me. Okay? I went by when I seen the car, I said, okay, people don't understand. I think this girl was fighting for her life in the car. She tried something so that she could get away. It didn't work. Instead, the car did crash. And maybe she thought if it crashed, maybe she thought or it hit something, she would be able to get out and something would happen to the person. Instead, I think they got even madder, and that's why she was suffering life-threatening injuries. Okay? Because they was trying to calm her down. They didn't realize she was stronger than what she looked like. Y'all got to understand. You have to have an open mind. That's what's wrong with people. They don't have an open mind. They just see what they think, and then your opinion doesn't matter, and you're lying, or you need to shut up. This is the United States of America. My opinion matters. Whether you like it or not, I can say what I want, as long as I'm respectful. I never said she's dead. Oh, who cares? I never even said anything like that for a YouTuber to lash out at me. Because I said, I think she's dead. I think he did something to her, and he's not going to tell where she is. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with me having an opinion? Period. So at this point, I came up here because I care about what happened to Aniah. She's a 19-year-old female. I remember when I was 19. And then you got Kanika. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many more women, young women, gotta die for somebody to really care and stop putting up new stuff and actually talk on camera about what's going on? You know what I'm saying? People don't talk no more. They put up these little news stations and let you watch it. And that's just to get views. It's not because they care about the person. It's not because they're trying to think and figure out what happened in a situation. I'm sitting up here, I'm actually thinking like, what could have possibly went wrong? Why would the police say she's suffering from life-threatening injuries? Why don't we have more information and we have a suspect in jail? I'm mad. I'm really mad because I'm like, how y'all got him in jail, but y'all don't got hardly nothing. And y'all telling the parents they can't tell nothing. If it was something to tell, she would be here. Understand that. Understand that. I want to know where this girl at and why this man ain't got knocked in his head for kidnapping her in the first place. I know that they say, you know what I'm saying, that violence is not right, you know. When a person, I guess, goes to jail, you can't hit on them and stuff. Some of these people do need to be knocked out. Especially if it's a young kid involved. And a 19-year-old, I'm sorry, is not really a grown person. I had to learn that when I was 19. They're still a kid moving into adulthood. My problem with this is he touched her. So why the fuck, excuse my language, why can't he be touched? That's how mad I am. I don't like to cuss. I'm not trying to cuss. But why can't he be touched? Why is it that these men and women can touch other people, and then when they go to prison, he violated me, don't touch me, but you can touch somebody else's kid, and that person tells you, stop, I don't want to do that, leave me alone. But then when you get caught because you done some dumb stuff, you don't want nobody to touch you, and it's okay. It's not okay. It's not okay, and it's wrong. And somebody, I'm just going to say this. Cops, if you're going to be cops, be cops. If you're going to be detectives, be a good detective. If you're going to be an investigator, be a good investigator. Because kids are dying now. Kids are being snatched up from age 19 and back. They don't even care about age anymore. Look at Cupcake. They don't care. And our system is getting weaker and weaker because they can't even find one person. So it makes other people like, oh, Oh, so they didn't find her. Let me go try and let me get over here and let me do what I wanted to do then. You got all these perverted people out here ain't even been checked. You know, they haven't gotten caught yet for being perverted. They haven't. And on top of that, they getting away with being perverted because people don't know they're perverted, don't know that they pick up kids and run off with people. Men feel like it's okay because a woman is turning into a woman, she's 19, and that they can just pick her up. The laws tell you, oh, you can't do anything about her, she's 19. That's another freaking problem. That's an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get real. If somebody tell you, I don't care if it's a runaway, if somebody tell you they child missing, the best thing for you to do, not give them a hard time. Get out there. First time they say somebody missing, get out there and look for that person. Track back. You know what I'm saying? Shouldn't take you forever to get some evidence together. And if you got a bunch of evidence where you can find this person, let people around know so they can be looking out. You know what I'm saying? I know it's some stuff that the police can't tell because it will mess up the investigation, but it should be a certain feel for that particular stuff. Special stuff, like, yeah, we got some new information. We might know where she is. We're just going to have to, hang in there, wait a minute, and then run in. You know what I'm saying? If you got something like that, it need to be a whole special team to be able to keep coming back and forth with information. You know what I'm saying? You should have somebody in the damn bushes. Excuse my language, Lord, I did it again. You should have somebody in the bushes, out there, wherever she is, making them seem like they just a tree out there and they in the skies, so you can get the girl home. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's not her, whoever. I believe, though, that the police is the police at the end of the day. They can bring the feds in. The feds can surround. Because this is how I'm looking at it, if y'all really want to know where I'm at. When the parents said they have information, but we can't discuss it. What kind of information do y'all, I'm not talking about the parent, I'm talking about these people that call themselves the law. What kind of information do y'all have that the parents have to keep under wraps? Because if you have information and you know where she is, the best thing for you to do, you don't need to be spreading that. You need to be going out there getting her. Because at any second, at any moment in time, if she's with somebody else is involved along with this man and she's with them, they can knock her upside the head for real and then she be laid out. And I'm just being real. Some people don't like me because I'm real. I think about it in all ways, and that is because it needs to be looked at like that. I don't know what kind of information the police have, but I pray it's enough to get her home. You know what I'm saying? And they need to take that man and tell him, we're not going to feed you until you tell us where this girl is. You want to live? Tell us where she is, or you going to die. Straight like that, because there was already a witness that said he forced her in the car. So what are you hiding? What you trying to hide now? Oh, you gonna pretend like it's not you because the witness saw you? No, you already been got. So the best thing for you to do is tell before somebody in that jail do something to you. I'm just voicing my opinion. I'm real hot about the situation because this girl was just starting her life out, and I hate stories where a person starting out to be an adult and here comes some dumb retard, jealous, gonna do something to them so they can't even reach the highest potential that they can reach in their life because some dummy want to snuff it out of them because they ain't studying them. That's what's wrong with these men. Just need to find somebody that can stand you. Somebody that really care about you. Stop running for people who don't want you. They don't want you. They just don't want you. Like, I'm just thinking about all the people I can run through my head. Like, okay, I got a story coming up for y'all, and it's getting ready to come up, and I know y'all already heard it before, but I'm not done with this story either. I'm really about to dive in, because now it's getting to the point now I'm just like, what is going on? What is going on? Why we can't wait 24 hours, somebody dying, and then most of the time now in this day and age, it's a freaking kid. A person that's not even an adult yet. Ain't even hardly got there yet. Already dead. It's just on the case. I'm always on the case.